Sean, who's the best striker on stage, and let's see what his response was.
That man was the one that slept that man, so, next to me, probably Alex. I mean, what was it?
The funny thing is, on the previous interview, Sean was downplaying Alex striking, and he was saying, on the previous interview, he said pretty much you beat Israel 20 years ago, and your striking is not that good. So now he's saying, now Alex striking is good.
Man, come on. Hey, let me see.
No, against Izzy, what was it, 2-0?
Did you watch the whole fight?
No, I don't like
Exactly. Do your fucking job next time.
Oh, man, I made the champion man with his fucking frosted tips and his...
Dude, he just trolling, bro. Like, I'm gonna be real with you. Like,
see, Israel, he seemed cool now. Like, he's going back and forth. He's laughing. But
no, he gonna get mad, obviously. But, like, I ain't gonna lie, though. And to be fair, I mean, it's a big card. The actual fight card gonna be exciting. Don't get me wrong. But it's kind of been dull when it comes to the marketing. I ain't gonna lie. If Sean didn't do this, bro, I don't think people... I mean, don't get me wrong. The actual quality of the card is amazing. I know it's gonna be crazy. But the marketing has been very lackluster, honestly, to say the least. And he really saved the whole fight week with these 5 minutes or whatever this was.
And I also think he's doing it because nobody really gave him a chance.
Yeah.
So I think to him is he don't really have a lot to lose by just going out there, just joking around, just getting people's
And it's actually smart because now what he just did in these few minutes is set up a big fight if he win.
Yeah, because before that, I'm not gonna lie. Before that, I thought even if Sean Strickland won, I didn't think he was gonna get a title shot before.
And honestly, I didn't think people would honestly care or want to see him fight. But at this point,
just like you said earlier, you said it's a win-win for the UFC.
It's a win-win.
Yeah.
So now, if Israel win, of course, but if Alex win, they get Izzy and Alex 3. But if Sean win, we get to see more of this. And look, as y'all gonna see in this rest of this video, Israel was clearly upset.
Watch. Oh no! I'm just joking. Izzy's a savage, bro.
Hey, watch out.
Down.
Hey, what happened before I walked on stage? I smacked you on the ass like my bitch.
Bro, you're Pornhub.
It's interesting. He said before that their encounter he didn't really talk to Noah.
Yeah.
He was talking to Israel face to face.
But then when they got on stage, all of a sudden,
interesting.
Hey, honestly, he trying to sell a fight.
Which there's nothing wrong with that. It's just
Yeah, that is weird. Though.
That's cartoons, bro. No man that beats off the cartoons is gonna beat me.
I mean, even if he do beat off to that or whatever, I mean, at the end of the day, he only got one loss in the UFC.
Yeah, and I think this trash talk kind of come a little natural for Sean Strickland.
I know.
If I'm Israel, I'm kind of just
because to be honest, some of the stuff Izzy was saying, I was like, like.
I tell you what, if you win this fight, when we fight, I knock you out. I'm gonna do a TikTok dance over your grave.
But you know what's funny about that? That sound real corny, and Sean laughing. But when Izzy did that thing he did on no, the first thing was Robert Whitaker. Remember he fell back and did the that it was brutal.
But
he destroyed him.
But you're saying it, but when Israel said it, the crowd was laughing. The crowd was laughing though, man, because they know Israel can do that. He really will do that. And we've seen normally when he dancing after a fight, that means somebody just got destroyed. But Sean is. Hey, but what I was saying this morning, I was telling you this morning, man, that Sean, if he can frustrate Israel before the fight, he can definitely frustrate Israel during the fight.
But see, the only thing that matters is Saturday night. We got to see how Saturday night.
You're right.
Because if he go out there and get destroyed, it don't mean nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
If he go out there and you just don't know if it's gonna be. It could be a split decision. It could be anything. We just don't know. If Izzy go out there and win his fight and Sean go out there and lose, well, it is what it is.
Yeah.
Now, obviously, if they both win,
it gets very.
But the only thing is, if they go out there and win, but let's say if Israel just destroys Jared. Well, then it just kind of shows that even though I had, in Izzy's perspective, he had Sean Strickland coming after him, Izzy versus Alex, for their 3 talk, and he had Jared. So if he had all that going on and he was headlining the whole international fight week, and he could still go out there and clean Jared up, then it's like, okay, Sean, because at that point he beat your trash talk. Plus, he actually got into it with Jared too. because Jared said, "I'm gonna make it look easy," and Israel said, "When was the last time you made it look easy?" And Jared had nothing to say.
And Jared said, "I'm gonna make you look easy, though." He said, "I'm gonna make you look easy in this fight." So I mean,
yeah, but
Look at this grown ass man on fucking TikTok. Maybe that's the problem, bro.
hey, another thing I noticed is like he was talking noise in the previous interview to Alex, but he's not saying a lot like face to face.
Yeah, like he talking to Izzy.
Yeah, so it's like I know Alex, like his English not the best, but
You know what? This guy's a champion.
Do something about
You
it.
know what? This guy's a
Do
champion.
something about it then.
Bro,
Do something.
this point,
Yeah,
Israel straight up.
no, but also he kind of punked Sean here because he was like, "Let's do it," and then Sean was like, "Oh, you can get my number, bro. We're literally 3 feet away."
He got in Israel's head.
But then Israel also punked him though.
Then what they gonna do? Fight right now and risk?
But look at what Sean did,
I will walk outside with you right now. Right now, you want to get my number?
dude. What?
Man, no punking, bro. They fighters, man. They got a lot to lose.
Yeah, but I'm saying, obviously they're not gonna do it. But I'm saying at the end of the day, come on, bro. Like that, you're not trying to find the Israel out of sign. Stop.
Come on, bro, I will
Right there, I smacked you on your ass. The fuck you do?
Listen, bro, you're gonna break a fucking nail. Calm down.
I'll break your fucking face. I'll break your fucking face. I'll break my nail in your face.
Man, Alex, get that.
Hey, man, you better focus on your guy. He might gonna fuck you up.
Super disrespectful.
Hey, handle my lightweight. I'm gonna get
Super-
the person.
super disrespectful.
I'm gonna get the person to beat you twice.
And at that point, at that moment, he just, if he can go out there and beat Alex, he just pretty much sold the whole. He just pretty much sold the whole pay-per-view. That whole pay-per-view would be like.
And then another thing is that he can brag and say, "I beat the man who beat you."
Oh wow.
That's a wrap, man.
Yeah.
Even if you don't get that belt, I still beat the man who beat you.
Wow. MMA math wins again.
Yeah, the way he fucking slept your ass.
Oh.
Is it?
And you know what's funny? Like I said this other day, man. I said I don't think Israel's like completely focused on Jared Cunningham, man.
He is.
I said, dude, because I mean, obviously he's focused, but it's just like, dude, the person who you lost to, who knocked you out, they're fighting right before you. They're fighting like right before you, so that's gonna affect
Hey,
you.
I
Like,
watched Israel. I watched Israel fight live, and let me tell you, he be focused, man. I could tell you for a fact.
But I think it comes down to this, man. I think it comes down to he want to avenge that loss so bad.
But I don't think he's worried. But you got to realize he's not bringing it up. Everybody else is asking. People can say that's the thing people do. They'll say, "Well, you keep bringing up such and such. Y'all keep asking me about it. If I don't answer the question, then you say I was being an a-hole. If I do answer the question that you asked me, then you say I keep talking about it. Well, stop asking me about it and let me just focus. Ask me about Jared. How many? If we compile the amount of questions he's had about Jared versus Alex, I mean, it's probably 10 times.
Let me say this though. Israel said one thing that had me thinking I'm right. Pretty much that he said like, what happened before that? What happened prior to me getting knocked out?
Yeah.
Because he was winning up until that point. So you can tell he really been thinking about it.
But at the same time, he done came over and accomplished what, I mean, at this point. And to be fair, the only reason Alex is anywhere near the title, to be honest, is because of those 2 wins, which that's good for him. But let's be realistically, anybody else who was 3-0 in the UFC or 4 whatever,
yeah,
especially in the middleweight division,
they'll be fighting like a Brad Tavares.
You'd be fighting Brad Tavares, bro.
Yeah.
Like you would be nowhere near this.
But no, he's a solid guy. He's a good guy. I know Judge's cartoon porn addiction. I'm not
The
gonna be
funny
that.
part is most of the men in that room probably have a porn addiction,
Probably
probably
so, man.
worse than
Nobody wanna talk about that.
than
Nah,
hentai.
no Judge
It's
TikTok.
called hentai.
It's called hentai.
Same. Hey, I like.
Bro, and you know the difference is Israel got access to a lot of women though, so you know what I mean. So it ain't like you a loser and you just like if you do
I
that.
feel like that's the only thing he can say to Israel.
That's it.
Because the steroid like accusations, they haven't been proven to be right. So like I mean, they're just like accusations, whatever. The only thing he really can say is you lost, you got knocked out by Alex. That's really the only thing.
And when you talking about somebody knocked me out twice, like you ain't got to fight him in 24 hours. Like if what you're saying is correct, why are you talking to me?
But it make them both look bad. If you go out there and get knocked out by Alex,
Yeah.
it kind of make them both look kind of bad.
Yeah, and then
Can anybody beat this guy?
to be honest, he might be the new Anderson Silva.
Man, all right, calm down. I watch
Like my
cartoon.
brother, I never wanted. And guess what? Like I said, focus on this guy. He's a tough opponent, and you focus on him as
Israel
well.
trying to tell
They've
him,
been asked more about me.
you gonna go to sleep.
To me, it sounds like, man, like You know, like when you're nervous and you're trying to talk about something to take away, you're trying to convince yourself that you're not nervous. To me, it sounds like he's trying to focus attention on Israel because he's a little nervous about Alex.
Because Alex is right there, bro, and it's like he get like.
And you don't want to go to war with Alex like that, man. Like he is a very dangerous man.
Dude. It's an interview where Glover was I want to say it was Glover translating, and they said something about Israel saying he would put the 4-ounce gloves through his face, and then he said the 4-ounce gloves are more dangerous. So if I slept him in kickboxing gloves, he said, imagine what I would do to him in 4-ounce gloves. This is like earlier this week. I was like, oh my goodness. Hey man, they coming at Izzy, bro. Hey, I ain't gonna lie, it's exciting for the division though, because in my opinion, the middleweight division always been a little lackluster. Like personally, like you know what I mean.
And low key, nobody's talking about this, man. But Israel really cleaned out the division.
He really did.
Like I told you this the other day, bro. Like you gotta understand, bro. Like if Israel goes out and beats Jared Cannonier, like who else? I mean, obviously he got two like possible like opponents now, but like other than those two, who else is he gonna fight?
And realistically, bro.
Because we didn't see Marvin lose. We didn't see Robert Whitaker, man, unless somebody else proved themselves as in top 10.
But this good though, because to be fair, international fight week was like a little dull, to be honest. Like, and Sean really said, like, I ain't gonna lie. I don't know who told him to do this, but thank goodness, because
this whole fucking fight camp and each other. So you need to focus on the work you're doing, because trust me, he will sleep you if not.
Well,
the Israel sound trust me, I know he'll sleep you.
Hey. Well, he do know. Who know more than him?
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, thank goodness Sean did it, because, to be honest,
he brought some excitement to the.
Because to be honest, I really wasn't even watching all the lead up. I mean, there have been a few interviews like trending and stuff, like as far as clips, but I haven't just done a bunch of research because it's like, okay, the card looks amazing. Obviously, we'll watch it, but I'm not interested in what nobody really got to say, to be honest, because the UFC ain't really promoting it, but. Hey, let us know what y'all think, man. That was, God, dog, that was a lot to process. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, no, he kind of embarrassed Israel low key, man.
Low key.
Yeah, he kind of did, man. But I mean,
that was the most.
The only thing is with this man, he has to guard that win.
You got to back it up.
Because the thing is, somebody wrote on one of the comments I read, and they said like, if Sean Garden gets knocked out, it's gonna go on one of the YouTube compilation videos of somebody talking trash and losing. So he has to go out there and do it, which he normally does. But I mean,
man, they acting like Jared and Alex ain't sitting right across from them. Like both of them won't mess around and walk away and be fighting each other in November for the belt. So they better focus.